Columbus Blue Jackets hockey on Fox Sports Ohio, brought to you by IGS Energy. Take control of your natural gas and electricity costs and enroll today at IGSenergy.com. By Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side. Find a local agent on Nationwide.com. By your Central Ohio Toyota dealers. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. And by Huntington. At Huntington, you can bank like a real fan. Get your Blue Jackets debit card at bluejacketsbanking.com. It's a hockey afternoon here at Nationwide Arena. The Blue Jackets and the Panthers of Florida hooking up for the second time this season. Sergei Bobrovsky gets the start for the Jackets tonight. 12-6 and 18 home starts, a 2.23 goals against average, and a .925 save percentage. Perhaps a bit of a surprise starter this afternoon for Florida. Ahead of Tim Thomas, Scott Clemmensen gets the start, 6-5-1 with a 2.94 goals against average. There is the veteran, Denny LaRue. He'll work this afternoon alongside John Hebert, Scott Cherry, and Trent Knoll are the linesmen. Today's telecast presented in high definition by Time Warner Cable. It's Gotch set for the draw. He loses the faceoff to McKenzie, and we are underway on that right wing. The attempted play there by Winchester, and the Jackets' McKenzie looks to the right side. David Savard steps to center, dumps it deep into Florida territory. Kolikov fights off the check of Letestu. A hit along the wall there, comes back to the point, long shot. Clemmensen juggles it, loose puck. Letestu gets to it. Calvert steers it ahead, and there is Letestu, but holding on is Clemmensen.
Well, the one thing that Florida likes to do through the neutral zone, they will press. When that happens, you're going to have a forward back, and the Jackets are taking advantage of that as they get traffic down in front of the net. Great job by the Jackets. Good job by Savard to be able to get it on net, force the goaltender to play it, and then you've got Calvert and a cast of others to help.
An interesting start as far as the choice for the first forward line this afternoon to create energy. In fact, after practice yesterday, Todd Richards talked in terms of moving Calvert alongside Letestu and Derek McKenzie. With Gabrick returning to the lineup, that meant Corey Tropp was a healthy scratch, and they missed that tenacity. So you're looking to establish the identity early, and Coach Richards starts that fourth line. Puck played by Bukestad. Dropped back there to Brian Campbell out of the far side for Greg Gilbert. Up along the wall. Shoveled ahead. Chip. Gilbert will play it again. Deals cross ice for Campbell. Former Wild. Tom Gilbert now dumps in. It's knocked down there by Wisniewski. Turns it over, does Wisniewski. He's looking to improve on his performance the other night, Bill.
Well, that's where he's got to be a little sharper. You get that head around, you've got to be able to see the entire ice.
Boys in pursuit. 5 goals in 8 games for Brad Boys, who's rumored to be perhaps dealt prior to that deadline Wednesday at 3 o'clock Eastern. Again, 5 goals in 8 games. He had the lone goal here back on the 1st of February in the Jackets' 4-1 victory.
Love how Ryan Johansson came out there and followed up second shift of the game after that energy start and laid the body a couple times.
Dubinsky had it roll off his stick, chopped ahead and into the corner. A delayed penalty upcoming here, and we're calling it a high stick. Our apologies. So the faceoff, as Denny LaRue will play down on the high stick. The faceoff will come to the left of Clemmensen. A minute 41 into the hockey game. A drop pass there. Prout shoveled ahead there by Umberger. Clearing pass Olsen. Off the stick of Scotty Upshaw. One-time Blue Jacket. Carried in by Kulikov. Knocked down. And hustling back here is Olsen to scoop up the loose puck for Florida.
Hey, Jody, the last time that they played, again, the speed of Florida, the size of Florida, it certainly had an impact in that game.
Right side, it's played there by Dalton Prout. R.J. Umberger now off a skate. Picked up by Cam Atkinson. Prout will play it. At the line, kept in, shot towards the net by Gomez, turned aside by Bobrovsky. 2 minutes plus gone. Right side goes Atkinson. Cam Atkinson from center will dump it between the two defensemen, and Gilbert back to play. Gilbert for Campbell. Campbell third in ice time in all the National Hockey League on a game-to-game basis. Right wing pass. Delayed offside. Hayes chips in. Bobrovsky out of the net to play. Approaching the 3-minute mark. Savard now. The outlet pass on that wing for Foligno. Foligno rifles in. Far side of the ice. Cut off there by Gabrick. Can't play the puck. And away goes Fleischmann. Right wing to center. With Gotch. Fleischmann fires. Top of the circle. Deflected. Jovanovski, the defenseman. In off the point. Threw it in front. Jackets able to play it. Artem Anisimov and a left wing pass for Gabrick. Lifted high and out.
You talk about Jovanovski low. They're going to do this all night. And they're a team that on the offensive side of this red line, they're effective. Got to watch out.
They love to take advantage of that turnover through the neutral zone. And where does Peter Horachek get that from? How about Barry Trotz with Nashville? Spent a lot of time with him.
Savard, Wisniewski. Ryan Johansson looking to rebound from his performance the other night in New Jersey, but he's not alone. Several of the Jackets underperforming, including Nathan Horton. Horton trying to send it back to the point. It's off his stick. And hustling here to make the play, Ryan Murray. Wisniewski handing back to Murray. Those two reunited as a defensive pairing, split up the other night. Not so much success for the Jackets. Horton chips it wide of the net. Bouncing puck played off the wall. Johansson here walking out Jenner. Jenner to the point for Wisniewski. Lets one fly. The shot is blocked. Recovers. And here a clearing pass goes off the stick of Boys and played by Murray.
You know, both teams don't do a very good job in blocking shots, but you can see already Florida Panthers have one thing in mind, and that is try to layer up the defense, not allow shots in from that point.
R.J. Umberger, new line mates here this afternoon, at least to start the hockey game. Right side goes Umberger. Barrels into the linesman there, fights off the check, but tosses it back out of the zone. Trout continues to be paired here with Nikitin, and that was the best and most effective pair the other night, wouldn't you say, Jody?
Well, yeah, that's what I read. I mean, there are guys that just, it was hard to see, but those guys were steady. I think Pro was actually +1 that game.
Here is Nikitin. Centering pass to Dubinsky. Left wing tossed in. Played by Gilbert. Jacket Dubinsky winning that battle along the boards. Tries to send it in front. The shot was blocked by Florida. They're doing a good job defensively in their own zone here. Not giving the Jackets much, keeping them on the perimeter. And the long shot sails wide there. Shot again from a distance. Prout right on Clemenson. Dubinsky lets one fly. That's high and wide. Prout, right point. Prout deals it behind the net for Gilbert. Campbell away from McKenzie. Calvert steps into his man. Loose puck played there by Letestu. Up high here for Dalton Prout. Prout with a wrist shot. Sails wide of the net. Gilbert knocked away and off his stick. Letestu. Jackets look to get the cycle going. Calvert tries to walk to the net. Upended there. Calvert continues to fight with his rear end on the ice. And it is sent to center ice. Jackets dump right back in. Good effective effort there by the fourth line.
You got to love it right now, and that's exactly going to pay dividends come that third period. Wear them out. Force them again to have difficult times in making their line changes.
Letestu remains out there. Gabrick out of the corner. Dealt up high here to Jack Johnson. Johnson floats one in off the stick of Foligno. Played by Clemenson briefly. Foligno gets it right back. Now Jack Johnson on to David Savard. Savard moves in, fires a shot, and that is blocked. And again, you see the collapsing defense. And in fact, we can add the forwards to that. Foligno. Gabrick, delayed penalty. Jackets will get the first power play here. The pressure on in Florida territory. Left wing pass. Gabrick. Extra tracker on for Columbus, played there by Gomez, and the Jackets will get the first power play when we come back. 6 minutes, 20 seconds gone. Jackets with a flurry from a distance, and now on the power play.
Back to Nationwide Arena, where the Blue Jackets and the Panthers are tied at 0. And right now, the Toyota keys in the game respond accordingly. Mentally, good work ethic, discipline. Physically, you've got to be involved. Panther pressure. These guys are young. They're fast. They're included in that forecheck. Be aware of it. And then dictate the tempo from the drop of the puck.
Branson in the penalty box. The call is hooking. Jackets 15th best on the power play. 37 for 202, 18.3%. Interesting to point out, the Jackets are much better against this division, the Atlantic, at 26.6%. 30th and last on the power or the penalty kill are these Panthers. Horton on for Johansson. Anisimov waits in that slot. There's a shot high and wide off the stick of Ryan Johansson. Johansson had a goal and an assist in the previous meeting here on the 1st of February.
Good job there by Kulikov. Good read. They dump it back into the corner. They try to stop that cycle.
Wisniewski leads the rush. Sends it ahead. Goes off the stick of Anisimov. And they're going to call it icing. Anisimov failed to get to it. Wisniewski arguing that Anisimov did, in fact, get a stick on. Denny Leroux not hearing much of that.
Denny Leroux does not listen to that stuff.
Obviously. He just turned away. He turned away, and he couldn't get away quick enough from
He needs a
Wisniewski.
mic full time.
Johansson will take the face-off. Matthias steps in here for Florida. The draw won cleanly by Johansson. The Jackets will change things up. Anisimov left at the line. Carried in by Umberger. Offside. Just a reminder as you enjoy a cold one to look forward to Miller time later in today's game. And it's brought to you by Miller Lite. Face-off outside the zone. Jackets really not given much of an opportunity to get things going on the power play the other night in New Jersey. Columbus went 0 for 3 on the power play against the best penalty-killing unit in the National Hockey League. And as we mentioned this afternoon, they go from the best to the worst penalty-killing unit. They got to take advantage of that.
Well, still the National Hockey League. You never know on any given night, right, 45?
Well, the Jackets got to worry about themselves. We know that. And right now, they're just kind of feeling their way through this. They've done a lot of practice yesterday with this. I think it could pay off here tonight a few times.
Umberger drops it back. Jack Johnson, Wisniewski. James Wisniewski fires a shot. Rebound, scores. R.J. Umberger adding to his lead. Or at last, actually, Blue Jackets leading total. That is his 8th power play goal. And on the original shot by Wisniewski. And that is the key, gentlemen. Gets the puck on the net. And Umberger able to rifle home the rebound.
Well, Jody just talked about it. The thing that they've been working on, again, their entries. And it's a clear entry in across the line with a little bit of support. And then when they move it D to D, watch the traffic, the net front presence, and you see Umberger. That's where he can make a living. And a great shot on net. Clemenson does not have an opportunity to corral that puck. But a great job there by Umberger to pick up that rebound.
16th goal, half of them have come on the power play. And again, as we mentioned, he leads in that regard. 1-0.
Nothing extra on that power play, guys. Very direct. And that's one good thing. You get your footing with some simple play and move forward.
Jackets score a minute 22 into the power play. Took them a little while to get going, but effective they were in getting the all-important first goal of the game. Boone Jenner is out there. He had a goal and an assist against Florida. Tries to walk to the net. Jovanovski drops him to the ice. Up high, Nikitin lets one fly. And Clemenson right now under siege. Here's Jovanovski. Jovanovski, right wing pass. Can't clear it. Jackets right back on it. Knocked down by Atkinson. Unable to play it, though, was Boone Jenner. Atkinson drives it right back in. Clemenson able to knock it down and leave it right there for Gudbranson. Left wing pass from Sean Bergenheim. Bergenheim. Shot is blocked. Dancing down that right wing. Here comes McKenzie. Flipped back by Campbell. And alertly played by Clemenson. Umberger from Wisniewski and Jack Johnson.
How about this little play here, guys? Dubinsky comes off the bench. This is after a goal. Takes his body behind the net. Little play to Atkinson. Didn't get a stick on it. The defenseman in front had no idea what was going on. Very sneaky play. That's a confident play there by Brandon Dubinsky.
And great communication, again, being able to find Atkinson ahead of time.
Jack Johnson, as we mentioned, picks up the second assist. That's 9 points in the last 9 home games. Here are the Jackets again, all around the net. And again, you can credit this fourth line to create the energy to got things going here. The Jackets convert on a power play, lead 1-0, and they continue to keep the pedal to the metal here in this opening period. Murray, pressured. Gomez reaching for it. Hayes on here to Matthias, and the Jackets are going to be called here for interference.
This Hayes is 6'6", and he's out there barking with Wisniewski. He's not very happy with him. Gomez is going to the box. I think it's a hit.
4-23, 2 minutes interference.
Yeah, the interference called by Gomez. And again, he's not seen a lot of ice time. He is a guy that certainly has a lot of pride. And you can see right behind Wisniewski trying to be able to come in and pick that puck up. But probably about 2 seconds ahead of the play was Gomez. Interference called. Jackets have another opportunity right back on the power play.
My apologies. I said it was a penalty coming to the Panthers, or rather to the Blue Jackets. And what happened there was play was whistled down with the Panthers actually in control of the puck. In the corner, R.J. Umberger. Laid up high, Foligno dumped off the netting and out of play. How about the Elk injury report?
Well, it's all Jackets. And again, you look at the numbers at the bottom of the page. When you look at 244 man games lost, it has been one of those seasons for the Jackets. Bull, it is nice to see him back and skating. Fedor-Tuten certainly a big loss, but that's time, as Todd Richard says, to give some of these young players an opportunity to show their worth.
Nikitin or Jack Johnson. 10.5 minutes left. Jackets power play. Seconds tick off. 90 remain. Up high there, Jack Johnson. Nikitin hustling to it, but it's chopped. Down the ice, Fleischmann with Matthias, shorthanded. Jackets gave up. 7th shorthanded goal, and that was the backbreaker late in the second period. Well into the final minute. Restoring a 2-goal lead for New Jersey when it looked like the Jackets were climbing back into that hockey game. Gabrick fights off the check. Gabrick has goals in each of his last 3 home starts against this Florida Hockey Club. In fact, close to a point per game in 20 games, 16 points, 8 of them are goals for number 10. Looking to get back on the sheet again here this afternoon after in his re-debut, if you will, picking up a goal. Quick shot. There's Horton right in on Clemenson, and he'll hold on.
The Columbus Blue Jackets hockey is brought to you by Nationwide Insurance, the official insurance provider of your Columbus Blue Jackets. Here's a look at Nathan Horton. Cute little move getting across that line, and he has one thing in mind. Find the middle of the ice. If they give it to him, he loves to be able to take that first step and then snap it back the other way. Boy, I'll tell you what, when he lets it go, he has something on it.
Draw one by Gotch. Jackets still able to recover. Murray lets one fly, and it's deflected off a leg and wide. Horton will deal it right back to Murray. Murray paired with Wisniewski on the point. Horton unable to corral that puck. The Branson tosses it behind the net. Johansson on here for Wisniewski. Horton looking for some open ice in front. Wisniewski. Murray cross ice looking for that backdoor play, and it just skimmed off the stick there of Ryan Johansson. Sent back to the point once more. Here's Wisniewski blocking the line. Johansson. In that high slot on to Murray. Horton looking for open ice. Wisniewski drills it this time. Clemenson holds on. The gloves stop, and we get some pushing and shoving in front of that Florida net.
So the one thing that you like to be able to see is that puck move from low to high very quickly. That's where the Jackets already here in period number 1 have set that precedent. And again, down in front of the net, where is the traffic? You can see right now Clemenson has a clear view. Even from that point, is able to get a chance to be able to spot that puck from the point. That's where the forwards, much like Umberger in that first goal, they've got to find their net front presence and take away the eyes.
7 seconds remain in the Jackets power play. Savard fires a shot and a goal, and it is a power play goal, the second of the afternoon. Jackets 2, Florida no score.
There's a great example. You utilize and stretch it out along that blue line, and then a quick shot, and then the deflection in front of the net. Looks like it might have gone off the backhand of Atkinson. Here you'll get a great view of it. Yes, it was. And goes back the other way against the other Boston College grad, Scotty Clemenson, to make it a 2-0 game.
Back-to-back power play goals. That's a reverse of what we saw in Jersey just a couple of nights ago.
Well, they practiced it yesterday. They were so disappointed after Jersey. You're going to see some of these details come to the rise here, and I think this is a good example here for early in the first period.
Boone Jenner sends it to center. Atkinson in pursuit. Fought off there by Gilbert. Bergenheim looking. Boys now pressures as Jack Johnson sends it up to Dubinsky. Dubinsky with Bergenheim draped all over him. Dubinsky tries to clear the zone. Knocked down there by Bjugstad. And the shot by Bergenheim from a sharp angle. Off the mark, but not by much. And a quick shot again. Up high. This is Campbell. Tosses, right side, Gilbert, gloved and held by Sergei Bobrovsky. 8:07 left opening period. Jackets strike quickly. A pair of power play goals on back-to-back man advantages. It's 2-0 Columbus. 2-0 Jackets lead. Jody Shelley at ice level. Jody, your thoughts?
Well, I love the way Todd Richards approached this game. He started his energy line. Mackenzie Letestu are out there with Calvert. And what did they do? They went to work and they brought the energy to the building. He started 2 o'clock game. These guys in Florida, they're wondering, how is this going to go? What's going to happen? Well, that line made sure that it was going to go one way. Physical and direct.
Heads up play by the coach. We talked about it in the open, and I'll tell you what, the Jackets looked for that energy early here. They went winless in the previous 3 games, losing at San Jose and dropping an overtime decision to Los Angeles before that New Jersey game. And points at a premium here. Atkinson given credit on the deflection. Savard and Johnson draw the assist at 11:04.
I just love the no-frills approach here this afternoon so far.
No frills. I like it.
You like that, huh?
Yeah.
Worked on some stuff over the break, Jeffrey.
Expand your vocabulary, big boy.
Hey, you got to get rid of that bench talk and get right into that broadcasting mode, right, Jody?
That's right.
7 minutes, 10 seconds left. Gotch. Olsen headbands that puck that's steered deep into the zone. Shot right in. That's only the, 3rd shot now. Directed at Bobrovsky in this period. 11-3, the shots favor the Blue Jackets, who cashed in on a pair of power play goals.
Well, you want to be able to keep the momentum going right now, and this is where James Wisniewski gets a little bit of pressure. Use the safety valve along the wall and try to not force the middle of the ice.
Wisniewski pressured there. Gotch below the goal line. Winchester there helping out. Drops Anisimov to the ice. Foligno hustles here along the near boards. Jovanovski, captain of Florida, stepping up. Battle ensues. The pressure coming here from Florida. Under control, Murray calm. Wisniewski again turns it over. Walking in front, a shot and a goal. Mathias goes high after yet another turnover by the Blue Jackets.
Well, and that's again, a guy that's been around the National Hockey League, and again, he knows better, just pressing a little bit, and they take advantage. And that's the thing in New Jersey the other night. The Jackets in the first 7 minutes had things going, a couple of turnovers. Now you allow the team back in the game. That's where the Florida Panthers, nice play by Mathias to be able to put it away, to pull this game within 1.
That's a big skill right there. That's a beautiful goal by Mathias. But I'm telling you, this Florida Panthers team, if you're gonna fiddle around with the puck in your own end on the defensive side of the red line, they will make you pay.
Campbell, left wing feed here. Mathias drops it back. Gilbert under control from Mathias. Pressured by Horton, forcing a turnover. Jenner chops it ahead. Horton in pursuit. Here's Campbell. Horton continues to pressure. Originally drafted by this Florida Hockey Club. And a penalty upcoming here. Play has been whistled down.
2-1 Jackets are getting ready to go on the penalty kill, but 2 power play goals already. Craig Hartsburg, what's working well on the power play unit for you?
Well, we've gotten pucks to the net. I think that's tonight. That's what we talked about this afternoon. It doesn't have to be hard. Just get the puck to the net, get some traffic, get some rebounds.
That first Florida goal shows you these guys are not going to lie down, especially here now you go on the PK. What's the message?
Well, it's a huge PK for us. This is a hard-working team. They're young and they got lots of energy, and they're going to keep coming all night.
Power play underway for Florida. Horton off for holding. 30th and last on the power play. There are these Panthers, and there it just glances off the outside of that far post. Jackets on the penalty kill tied for 15th. They've allowed, though, 10 power play goals in the last 10 games. That's after going the previous 10 without giving up an opposition power play goal. A little more than 5 left. Campbell, Kulikov. Bjugstad waits patiently. Top of the circle, lets one fly. And Bobrovsky gets a glove on it and holds on.
Well, guarantee your seats for the potential 2014 Stanley Cup playoff games at Nationwide Arena by reserving full or partial season ticket plans now. Plus, get guaranteed access to the 2015 NHL All-Star Game. You can call 1-800-NHL-COLS or visit BlueJackets.com/playoffs. Do it now.
Gilbert moves in. Dishes. Tossed behind the net. Scotty Upshaw. Hit by Nikitin, unable to keep it in. Jovanovski slow to get over to that puck. The Florida captain finds Gilbert. Here's Shore. Not the most gifted skater, but they say he can put the puck into the net. He's out on the power play. Upshaw on to Shore. Back here to the point. Gilbert, cross ice, Jovanovski, quick feed. Jackets break it up, and Dalton Prout hammers it going to the ice.
Oh, boy, that's a great play by Prout. Good to see him back, and that gives him a little confidence to continue to build on his game.
Thought he didn't really have a bad game when you look back at that New Jersey effort. In fact, he and Nikitin had the best defensive pairing.
I agree with you. Again, it's just good to see 47 back in the lineup, and again, that's the one thing that the Jackets can talk about is the depth on the defensive side of things. Yes, you missed Tootin, but you've got some young guys ready to come up and play.
Winchester slides it back. Campbell, far side. Final seconds on the power play. Bobrovsky sees it through the crowd. And wisely holds on with 4 seconds remaining in the Horton penalty. Is standing in the penalty game.
Hey, Jacket fans, get down to the Garage Bar, 147 Vine Street. That's this Tuesday, 6 o'clock. You can test your Blue Jackets knowledge and win some great prizes. Plus, you can be featured on Blue Jackets Live after an upcoming game on Fox Sports Ohio. Be part of the fun at the Garage Bar. That's this Tuesday at 6.
Dubinsky wins the face-off. Jackets able to clear. That'll do it. Horton steps back on the ice. His line is out there with Johansson and Boone Jenner. Kulikov heels it on the right wing. This is Gotch carrying it to the zone. Defending is Murray. Gotch pulls up high on that far wall. Dishes to the near side. It's played there by Johansson. Left side for Murray. And Gotch will dish it to Olsen. Campbell waits patiently. Murray to hold off Hayes. Picked up there by Johansson. Chopped off the wall. And Matthias, the goal scorer for Florida. Long pass and a quick one for Hayes. Taken wide by Savard. Fights off the check. Gets it to Gomez. Jackets pressure. Left wing out of the zone. Artem Anisimov dances through and across the line. Drops it for Gabrick. Gabrick held in check there by Matthias. Foligno reaching for it. Played by Goodbranson. Hammers it off the boards and back into Columbus territory with 2:39 left.
Well, you can see Gabrick just trying to get that first step going. And right now they are playing him tight.
Yeah, he's not getting a lot of space out there at all.
Artem Anisimov dumps it behind. Gabrick comes quickly. Pressures. Tossed behind the net by Bukestad. Played there by Campbell. He's pressured. Gabrick tried to get a stick on it. Gilbert fights off a check. Campbell. Right side for Bukestad. Steps away from Dubinsky. Bergenheim. Bergenheim now moves to the center of the ice. And that is deflected off the stick of Gabrick. Gabrick goes hard. And Jack Johnson finishing a check there on Brad Boyes. Gabrick with it. One hands it ahead. Knocked down. Foligno all over Bukestad. There's his shot, blocking it and sending it high off the netting and out of play is Brandon Dubinsky. All rights to this afternoon's broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of the broadcast without the express written consent of the Columbus Blue Jackets is expressly prohibited.
Well, there's a look at the bench, and again, another look at Nick Foligno, a guy that can get things started on his own, has the velvet hands, and he has the desire with each and every shift to be a difference maker. Great to see, 71 up and going.
He just put down Bukestad, who's only 21, but he's 6'6" tall.
They got some big bodies down there when you look at Bukestad and Jimmy Hayes. Some big boys.
I mean, yeah, 6'6" is huge.
Their entire hockey club's got size. Look at Goodbranson. He's no little guy.
Jovo used to be one of the biggest boys in the league, no?
Absolutely. Jovo Cop, as he was referred to in his early years.
He's still a good size. Might have leaned out a little bit.
Well, there's a look at Scotty Upshaw. 21 games with the Columbus Blue Jackets and one-time Nashville Predator. In fact, first-round pick when you look back at his years back in 02. Same year that Bouwmeester goes to the Florida Panthers. Rick Nash comes to the Columbus Blue Jackets, and there's a look right there. And Dalton Trout finishing off his check, and he took it entirely on that shoulder.
Upshaw went down the ramp, stopped briefly, and then went right through to the Florida dressing room. Murray, left wing pass, gets away from McKenzie. Calvert, McKenzie, and Letestu. They got it all started here right from the first shift, and Calvert finishing a check there on Campbell. Less than a minute to go. Opening period. Blue Jackets in front 2-1. No icing here. Murray will chip a backhand for Matt Calvert. Settles it down. Turns away from Fleischmann. Wisniewski, Murray. Mark Letestu looking for McKenzie off his stick. Mathias steps up. Letestu able to recover.
What a smart play by Letestu there. At the end of a shift, just takes away the time and space, uses his stick, and just negates that whole offensive play.
Off the bench came Boone Jenner and got a quality shot there at Clemenson with a perfect feed from Ryan Johansson, who hustled to that puck and beat the Florida defense. Thornton can't make a play. Kulikov on for Hayes. Steered wide of the net. Boone Jenner tried to chop it out of the zone. Backhanded. Hayes to play it. Hayes into the slot. Quick shot deflected as the horn goes to end the opening period of play. The Blue Jackets outshoot Florida 12-5. Outscore them 2-1 on a pair of power play goals by Umberger, his team leading 8th, and Cam Atkinson, his 18th. Second only to Ryan Johansson. 2-1 after 1. Columbus Blue Jackets hockey on Fox Sports Ohio, brought to you by Ohio Health, the official healthcare provider of your Columbus Blue Jackets. By Ticketmaster. Score. Get the only NHL tickets sold by fans and verified by Ticketmaster. It's all hockey, no hassle, right now at NHL.com/ticket exchange. 5-Hour Energy helps recognize those who, despite their own needs, put others first. And by LeBlanc Blue Royale, an ultra smooth, highly drinkable light Canadian lager. And that's why some nights you go big and some nights you go Royale. Teams have returned here for second period play. 2-1. We talked about key games involving Eastern Conference hopefuls as far as the playoffs are concerned. Washington in front of Boston. 3-2. Ovechkin records his 800th career point in that one. New Jersey leading 5-1. Yager becomes the 7th player all-time to score 700 goals. As we move along, a couple of other afternoon affairs, one underway, and that's in Philadelphia, where the Flyers stormed to a 2-0 lead. That is now 3-2. And at 4 o'clock, Carolina in Los Angeles. Jody Shelley's been hard at work since 2 this afternoon. Jody, your thoughts?
Well, it was a good period. I like the start. And, the Blue Jackets might have given up a little bit there on that goal from the Florida Panthers, but James Wisniewski beside me, he knows he had a bad shift. He'll make it up to these guys. He knows he's a professional. He's one of the older guys in the team. Look for big things from Wiz the rest of the way.
So, teams have traded ends, and we are underway. Gotch wins the second ice faceoff. Kulikov is pressured. Puck sent to the offensive blue line, and again, Coach Richards starts that energy line, looking to pick up where they left off in that opening period. Kulikov, far side. Olsen moves it ahead. Jackets. Jack Johnson, who's assisted on both power play goals here this afternoon. Calvert dumps in. Clemenson out of the net to play. Kulikov shovels ahead. Right wing. Winchester picked off the pass by Letestu, but it ricochets the length of the ice. How about the IGS Energy Performer?
Well, you don't have to go far. Again, it's the goal scorers and Atkinson with the tip, and then Umberger picking up the rebound. And Jeff, you already mentioned it. Jack Johnson, a couple of assists, being able to get in, get the shot away, feed that puck over in one case to Wisniewski, the other one to Savard.
This is the line the Jackets have got to get going. They were red hot prior to the Olympic break. But the Jackets looking for something here from Horton, Johansson, and Jenner. Jenner drops it back for Murray. Walks the line. On to Wisniewski. Shot gets through off the blocker. Picked up by Horton. Nathan Horton into the slot. Johansson. Johansson Back at the point, Murray right on. Horton with a rebound. Drops it there for Wisniewski, who drills it wide of the net. Saved at the line. Murray, Horton, wrist shot, pad save, and a beauty. The right leg kicked out by Clemenson, denying the Jackets their third goal. Horton camped in front, fights off Kulikov, but Clemenson will hold on, and watch this stop here by Clemenson.
Well, I'll tell you what a pass. And again, when you see Wisniewski and again Murray on that point, they stretch him out a little bit, and then watch Horton. He finds a way to be able to get inside and then let that shot go. Great job by number 8. Get that opportunity in that high slot area. That's where it starts. There's the end result right here. It looked like he had Clemenson beat on that stick side.
Right pad saving Florida the third goal. At least at this point. Long shot. And Clemenson's got to feel like he's in a shooting gallery right now.
Well, before the Jackets hit the ice, get ready to join the battle. Blue Jackets Live on Fox Sports Ohio. Blue Jackets Live is brought to you by your Central Ohio Toyota dealer.
5 shots for the Jackets here. Gabrick playing his second game since November. Aside from the 4 shifts that he played against Philadelphia prior to breaking his collarbone. Jackets, Gabrick has it roll off his stick, played by Dalton Prout, chipped away. Bergenheim in pursuit, so too is Brad Boyes. It's chopped off the wall. Gilbert is pressured, turned around on the play, and we get a whistle. Yet to play. 2 minutes here in the second period. Jackets have registered 5 shots on goal.
Hey fans, the Jackets are back at home Nationwide Arena on Tuesday, March the 4th. They're going to take on the Dallas Stars. That's the 7 o'clock start. And then again to face the Detroit Red Wings on Tuesday, March the 11th. That also at 7. Get your tickets now at BlueJackets.com or via the Blue Jackets mobile app.
The Branson right wing feed steered into the zone by Huberdeau. Haven't called his name too often. Huberdeau, an outstanding rookie a season ago. With a sophomore jinx, but he is one talented player. Formerly played his junior hockey in the Maritimes for a guy by the name of Gerard Gallant.
A couple of guys that we've met the other night, Eric Jelena, who speak very highly of what Gerard was able to bring to them. And again, a type of players coach where they can develop and also have fun doing it.
Well, Gerard Gallant is such a good example of a great pro, and for him to leave the NHL and go back to junior, win a Memorial Cup, have impact on all these young players, and he'll be back in the NHL. It says a lot for his character.
We'll get a chance to see him later on this month as the Blue Jackets make their second and final regular season appearance in Montreal.
I wonder how his French is coming. In fact, how about his English?
I'm staying away from that one. That's all you there, buddy.
Well, actually, it was Gerard himself.
Yes.
When he was hired, said, hey, Gerard, does the French press know you can't speak French? He says, do they know that I can't speak English? That is a true story.
Oh, he is a beauty.
From center. Left wing feed offside.
Well, that's what the Jackets like to be able to do, you know, and through that neutral zone, get the defense to be able to stand up at that blue line, take a little time, a little space, because, again, the Florida Panthers, they are young and they can fly. And there's one young guy that really honed his skills. 6 years with the Florida Panthers, 295 points, and tell you what, he is very happy, though, to be back in Columbus and be part of this hockey team and healthy.
Jody, you know, there's a footnote to that English of Gerard Gallant, or lack thereof. You know who his English teacher was?
No.
You don't? Well, you're the only one
George
that doesn't.
Matthews.
That's
George
right.
Matthews.
George Matthews, former radio broadcaster with the Blue Jackets, was Gerard Gallant's English teacher.
Just for a year. Just for a year at the middle school level.
Just kidding, George. We know he's watching back home this afternoon. Out of the corner, Matt Calvert. Played from the point there. Knocked down in front and then steered wide of the net. Back in neutral ice. Dalton Prout. Out with a right wing feed. Letestu. Campbell. Gotch. Left wing. Bergenheim. Defending. Jack Johnson. Bergenheim keeps the feet moving. Jack Johnson had him tied up. Bergenheim now pressuring. Nikitin away from Bukestad. Foligno attempt to clear. First time fails. Second time lifts it up and out.
Great composure there by Nikitin behind the net. He could have gone one way. It looked like he was going to, but he held the puck, got his head up, and made a nice little play.
Gabrick darts into the zone. Drops the pass for Anisimov. Bukestad is there. Cross ice. Jack Johnson will play it off the wall. Johnson stepping away. Boys trails. Toss to the point. Johnson fires through a crowd. Played by Bergenheim. Left wing Bukestad. The big centerman threw it across the line. Pulls up, sends it towards the net. It's off the mark. Approaching the 5-minute mark. Florida looking for their first shot of this period. Kulikov. Boys colliding there with Jack Johnson. Left wing Foligno looks to the right side for Gabrick. Gabrick heads to the bench. Kulikov at his own blue line. Centers ahead in full flight. Huberdeau walks in front. A shot and an outstanding stop. The move laterally there by Bobrovsky, who anticipated and followed that young Huberdeau right across the goal mouth. Exceptional stop.
Give credit as well that David Savard took a little bit of space away from Huberdeau to make that move.
There's a backhander that's knocked off the wall. Dubinsky. Kulikov able to keep it in. Oh, picked off there, the anticipation of Atkinson, but fired right back in, and Atkinson dropped to the ice there by Olsen. 5 minutes plus gone. Dubinsky, Savard, left wing Dubinsky. Into that slot, Atkinson tripped up. No call. Down that right side, this was Mathias who scored the goal in the first. Fires their shot, and he looked for that far corner, did not miss by much. Puck ricochets all the way back into Florida territory. Long lead pass knocked down. Jackets now look to get something going in the offensive line. Jenner unable to make the play. Gomez darts down the left wing, drops it to Mathias. Quick shot, that's deflected wide off the backboard. Hayes sends it to the point for Gudbranson. He'll fire. Hayes back at center. Gudbranson. Jackets, Wisniewski. Jack Johnson, or rather Johansson, takes the pass from Horton, fires a shot. Save made by Clemenson. And Mathias looks for Joe Bodowski. Boone Jenner. Jenner along the wall, wins that battle. On to Horton. Horton, Johansson. Horton trying to play it along the wall. Bouncing puck, set up high, but not out. Wisniewski able to keep it in. Boone Jenner. Looking for Johansson. Jenner to the point. Murray. Murray shows patience into the slot. Jenner's stick broke as he tried to convert from backhand to forehand. Took the shot from Murray. Knocked out. Here's Bukestad away from Murray. Holds on, shoots, and scores. The backhand, and it was the patience shown by Bukestad. He hung on, and a bit of a decoy there, and he's able to knock the backhand home, and we are tied at 2.
I'll tell you what, he is one big talent, and you can see him right now. He presses again on Murray, and he finds that puck on his stick, and you mentioned patience. How about that? It's one thing to be able to shoot the puck, but watch where he pulls it. He pulls it back to the backhand, right in tight, and then he shelves it. What a play right there by Bukestad. In tight, beautiful goal, taking advantage of a turnover at that blue line to be able to make the Jackets pay.
And that was a long shift for that defensive pair with Wisniewski and Murray. They got caught out there. That was the end of a shift. Kind of got caught between by Murray. And like you said, what a finish by Bukestad. Wow.
14th of the year for Bukestad. One, in the words of General Manager Gail Talon, one of the few untouchables on this hockey club. You can look at the youngsters and figure out who those untouchables are. With 12:44 left. 2 goals on 7 shots for Florida. Jackets with 19, but we're even.
The Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. On the left, David Savard. He was a member of the Moncton Wildcats. And on the right, we already talked about Justin Huberdeau playing for the St. John Sea Dogs. And back in 2010, they met up again in the finals of the season to be able to see exactly who was going to win that President's Cup. And it was Moncton over St. John Sea Dogs, 4-2. And David Savard certainly was involved on that. An offensive defenseman, in fact, voted CHL Defenseman of the Year.
Nikitin bounces one wide of the net. Atkinson turned around, gets right back on his feet. Hands to Dubinsky. R.J. Umberger Looking for a little open ice. Nikitin trying to feed Dubinsky. Puck cleared to center. 2-2 the score now. Bjugstad's goal. As we mentioned, number 14, Matthias picks up his second point of the afternoon with an assist. Atkinson fires. That's deflected off the stick of Kulikov and out of play.
We'll get the latest news and information on the Cincinnati Reds weekends at 10 on Reds Live Spring Training Edition. Jim Day, Chris Welsh, they're in Arizona to talk to the players and the coaches as the Reds prepare for the upcoming season. Reds Live Spring Training, weeknights at 10 on Fox Sports Ohio.
Jackets got to get back to getting the pucks to the net. Right there, Atkinson hesitated, thought he had a different play, and just that little split second gave that Florida Panthers defenseman a time to get a stick on the puck.
Huberdeau takes a hit from Horton. Shore looks to the wing. Upshaw hustles to get onside. Shore battling, holding up Jack Johnson. Johansson rims it around the wall. Horton can't get a stick on it. Shore had it knocked away. Johansson up, but not out. Huberdeau sends it wide. Here's Savard. On to Horton. In front of the Florida bench. Horton looks rink wide. Jack Johnson, pair of assists in that opening period. Slides it past there. Unable to play it there was Boone Jenner. Thrown back to the point. Savard. His shot is blocked. Bounces here to the near boards. Jenner tried to outfight a couple of the Panthers. Just inside Florida territory. Johnson. Savard. Offside.
For college and high school students, enjoy a night out and experience Blue Jackets hockey with CBJ Student Rush tickets presented by Papa John's. Tickets start at just $15 for the Dallas game this Tuesday, and each ticket, that'll include a free offer from Papa John's. Go to bluejackets.com/rush for complete details.
Good Branson. Hammered along the boards there by Foligno. James Wisniewski rims it around the wall. Hayes cuts it off. Foligno. Left wing Anisimov. Gabrick was sprinting down. He had to hold up. Wisniewski dropped past Gabrick in the slot. Patience. Fires, and it's off Clemenson. Bounces into the corner. Gabrick will send it back to the point. Foligno's attempted shot bouncing. And a penalty upcoming here. Cross-checking as Anisimov was dropped to the ice, so the Jackets will get their third power play. They're 2 for 2.
Well, watch a 3-on-2 rush, and again, watch the patience of Anisimov. Gets across the line, and he slows down enough to be able to create that seam. And then that back pass to Gabrick, he has time, tries to go to that high blocker. What a job right there by Clemenson. Watch Clemenson come to the top of the crease. And here's the penalty in front of the net. The Branson to the penalty box. The Jackets, their third power play of the night.
You talk about that little drop pass to Gabrick. That was James Wisniewski joining the play. Took a big hit, made that play. A lot of big look there for Gabrick.
2 for 2, 5 shots. Here's number 6, at least the attempt, and it's deflected off the netting and out of play. Todd Richards, Jody alluded to in that opening period, spending considerable time working on the power play yesterday. Todd Richards said prior to the game in New Jersey, thinking ahead here, those final 24 games prior to that game against the Devils, specialty teams will determine the final playoff teams that remain in the hunt. And the Jackets had to be sharp in both. They scored 2 power play goals here tonight. They're looking for number 3. Shot blocked. Kulikov walks it out of the zone. Steps to center. Shorthanded in. Bobrovsky makes the stop. Only the 8th shot directed by Florida this afternoon. Johnson sends it in deep. Fleischmann, Jovanovski, Campbell ducking away from that high pass. Johansson. Dubinsky camped in front. Matt Calvert. And Florida able to clear.
Good talk there by Jack Johnson to Dubinsky. Brian Campbell dropped his stick down in the corner, and Dubinsky had his back to him, and Jack Johnson said, go back, and he did, and tried to attack him. Didn't get the play made.
Gabrick takes it in full flight, tries to walk around the defenseman. Bit of a hip check attempted there by Kulikov. He missed. But Gabrick not able to get a shot to the net.
Good to see those legs really start to go, because that's where the threat begins. If he's got the legs moving, things are going to happen.
Well, he's one of the fastest players in the league. He has to use that speed.
Tough to get that space sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
You got to make it.
9:19 left. Second period, 35 seconds of the Jackets power play.
Well, there's a look at Marian Gaborik again the other night. Played over 16 minutes. And I thought that was a little bit of a surprise. But you know what? He was involved. He wasn't out of place. Yes, he found himself into the back of the net, which certainly was a great goal for him to get the confidence back. And tonight he has been involved from the drop of the puck.
Well, Todd Richards said he would determine how much ice time he got by his performance, and he certainly did not look out of place. First game back. Johansson moving in, backhand, a shot at a goal, a power play goal. And the Blue Jackets have restored the lead. 3 power play goals on 3 opportunities.
You take a look, and it all starts once again with that D to D. Again, the Jackets do a nice job of stretching it out. Then watch the patience of Savard right here. He pulls it to the backhand and then tries to force it. It deflects off the stick of one of the Panthers, but as he does so, again, he goes to that high-rent district, and he pays the price.
Jackets 3, Florida 2. And what does this do, Jody, for the confidence of the power play?
Well, just think about that. I mean, you're looking for anything positive. And pretty good start here so far.
Matt Calvert hauled down.
Oh, he's hurt.
He went awkwardly into the boards.
He's up. He's all right.
8:46 left. We will step aside. David Savard picking up his second point of the afternoon.
3-2 Jackets have taken the lead on another power play goal. Dan Heino, what has been the difference on the power play tonight?
You know what? It's just getting pucks to the net. Obviously, that last play was a great individual effort, but for the most part, you talk about just getting pucks to the net and getting it through and then battling in there, and we've done a good job of that today.
On the other end of the ice, Florida making the most of what few opportunities you're giving them. Obviously, you want to see that changed up a little bit as well.
Yeah, because we've done a really good job down here on this end and kind of tilting the ice a little bit, and they're a dangerous team. You give them any opportunity down that ice, and they have the skill to put it in, as we've seen. So we have to limit our turnovers and play as much as we can down here.
Well, Florida's come back. Gilbert, on just the 8th shot in this hockey game, sends it from the point, and we'll have to get a look and see if in fact was redirected.
Let's take a look at Bergenheim, Jeff, because I've got a feeling he's down in front of the net, and the shot was taken from that point. It looks like, yeah, he might have got a tip on it, or it goes off of, I think it hits Bergenheim's stick and then down underneath the glove of Bobrovsky. There's a better look at it as the puck goes down into the back of the net. That's one. You layer it up, you've got to help out your goaltender, especially when you've got a little bit of traffic. There's a look at Sean Bergenheim, one-time New York Islander, and again, part of that 0-2 draft as well. Good wheels. He's a guy right now that certainly they call upon for offense. He and Fleischmann out there playing. That's exactly what you're looking for. Some seasoned veterans that can add to the offense of this hockey team to play with some of these youngsters that are moving their way up in the lineup.
You talk about the power play being having success and confidence. The Jackets are not a team that can rely on the power play. They have got to get 5-on-5 play going here, guys.
Well, it's been one of the keys to their success here this season. 5-on-5 play, but boy, you can't give up 3 goals on 8 shots. And this one goes off the goalpost. 3-3 with 8 minutes left. Murray. Cross ice. Wisniewski. Ahead here for Atkinson. Atkinson turning away from Jovanovski. Dubinsky dropped to the ice by Goodbranson. Atkinson coming in to help out. Up high was Wisniewski. Long shot, and it went off a stick and wide. Humberger quickly plays to Dubinsky. Goodbranson draped all over him. Wisniewski. Quick feed Murray. That pass a little high.
That jump there, Jeff. Bad ice, hit bad ice, and jump right over Murray's stick.
Murray. Wisniewski. Puck dumped in. Jackets will be called for icing.
Right now on FoxSportsOhio.com, can the Blue Jackets still make a playoff push? Zach Jackson goes undercover in the OU student section, and mark your calendar for Wednesday's Rinkside Chat. Get complete coverage of all today's action involving Haro Sports on FoxSportsOhio.com.
Bergenheim indeed given credit for that goal. Assist to Gilbert, who shot from the point, was deflected. And Bjugstad picking up the second assist and his second point of the afternoon. 3-3 here late in the second period. Bjugstad to the point. Kulikov drops it. Shot by Olsen off Bobrovsky and the netting.
Well, right now you can see again the Florida Panthers taking a page out of the Jackets book. A little D to D, try to get pucks through, and that's where again Bobrovsky has to have a little help in front. We talked about blocking shots as well as active sticks. They've got to help the goaltender out. Again, you mentioned, Jeff, 3 goals on 12 shots. Certainly not good enough, but again, a couple of turnovers, a shot that's deflected. I don't think he can throw the blame on 72.
Last puck went off his helmet, and he's looking for a little minor repair to that face mask as he comes over to the bench.
Yeah, he's got a top like straps, like a stitching elastic strap. Looks like the puck would have hit right there, and trainer Jamie Healy is taking a little look at it.
Well, let's take a look at that, because as that shot is taken, and Jody, you spotted it right on top of the mask itself, and if you go ahead and stop it right there, you'll watch it just flip back. So that has to be repaired. And they want to be able to make sure that that helmet is ready to go and that mask is going to be safe.
Well, while there's a break in the action, we'll step aside. 6:56 left. You see the time remaining in the second period. Jody Shelley at ice level. That was quite a discussion you seem to be having with linesman Scott Cherry during the TV timeout.
Yeah, I'll keep that between us.
Oh, Jody, got to share information here.
Here's what I'll tell you. I don't care about shots. I care about goals. The Jackets are 3-3. They've only given the Florida Panthers only got what the Jackets gave them. Don't get frustrated here, Jackets. Get things going your way. How's that?
I love it. I love it. Get back to that workman.
We want the details. We want the details. And play underway with a shot blocked, turning, firing as Fleischmann, the rebound sent wide off the stick of Winchester. Kulikov drops it, played there by Gabbert, and play has been called. And a penalty upcoming.
Columbus 42, minor penalty, tripping.
Kind of watching Denny LaRue when he made that call, because he was watching for just a little bit of reaction from Nick Foligno, because I think Nick had a chance to say something as he skated by, but that's a no-brainer. Look at the stick between the legs, note from the feet, and Kulikov, he's down. This will be the second power play of the night for the Florida Panthers.
Florida had 2 shots on their first attempt. Tripping the call on Anisimov. Unfortunately, Foligno, after his initial comment, quickly headed to the bench, because all LaRue was looking for was some other, perhaps, communication, and the Jackets might have been 2 men short. So give Foligno credit for quickly getting out of the way without any further commentary. All he probably wanted to tell me was what Scott Cherry had to say to
That's right.
Shelley. Jeez. I'll have to talk to Foligno in between periods. That's okay. I don't need to find out from Jody.
Jody, just tell him after the game. I mean, look at.
I think Denny knew what he wanted to say.
Played by Clemenson. Campbell. Headman's that puck. Jovanovski dumps in. Far side of the ice. Bjugstad kicks to the corner. Bergenheim. Boys. Jovanovski walking the line. Florida captain dishes. Short-handed. Jackets send it away. Hamburger in pursuit. Gilbert will come back. The 2 battle in the corner. And it's swept to the open side for Jovanovski. 5.5 minutes left. Second period. 50 seconds of the power play. Carried in here by Hayes. Acquired earlier this season in a trade from Chicago. Down is Nikitin to block that centering attempt. Bouncing puck. Hayes with that long reach tried to get it through, but Prout was there defending.
Well, you can see, again, good communication between Prout and Nikitin. They get in the way of those passing lanes. Good sticks.
Campbell. Right side for Hayes. Stepping up is Nikitin. Matt Calvert finds a lane and dumps it down. Less than 20 seconds left. Fresh legs come on. Wholesale changes by the Jackets. Johansson pressuring Campbell. Fights it off. Got Kulikov. Bouncing puck played by Horton. Anisimov standing at the penalty bench. 2 seconds. 1. He'll step out. Jackets 2 for 2 in the kill. Kulikov looks cross ice. Campbell shot is blocked. Murray off the wall. It's Johansson in the back. Off Campbell. Play allowed to continue as it was played by the Jackets. Right wing settled down by Wisniewski. It goes off Clemenson and out of play.
Well, watch the Blue Jackets in style in the Nationwide Arena Luxury Suite. Entertaining in the suite, well, it means the finest and personalized service, comfortable seating, ample meeting space, and privacy. For more information, contact the Blue Jackets Group Event Specialist at 614-246-PUCK or visit BlueJackets.com. Look at Jimmy Hayes, another Boston College product. He is one big man, and again, the future's ahead of him. Spent a lot of time during the break working as a net front presence on the power play.
Hayes, the backhander, went off the stick of Mathias and wide. Hayes picks it right back up. Incidentally, Florida did not get a shot on goal on that second power play for them. 4 minutes left in the second. Got Branson cross ice. Shot by Olsen, deflected and just wide of the net. Jackets with a 23-12 edge in shots, almost a 2-1 margin. Johansson tried to fight off Hayes. Right there, the referee in front could have made a call there for holding. The crowd certainly, with all the amateur officials in the arena today, certainly looked for one. Murray stepping away from boards. From center, shovel to the left wing boards. That's Johansson trying to lead Atkinson. Johansson heads off. On comes Dubinsky. Bergenheim could not get a stick on it. Savard does. David Savard, pressure, fights off that pressure, chips it off the boards. Umberger sends it ahead by Gilbert, picks it up on the left wing. Umberger trying to center it, then upended there by Bukestad. Picked up Dubinsky on the half board. Dubinsky, nice move, walks to the net, and then is poke check.
What a beautiful play by Dubinsky, a better play by the defense of Florida.
Bukestad drops it back. Campbell can't control. Atkinson dodges a hit. Bukestad with a centering feed off the stick of Savard. Bergenheim for the left wing. That shot is blocked. Ricochets all the way out to neutral ice. 2:40 left.
Jody, that long change in the second period, boy, that is tough. You want to be able to get that puck deep and get a change.
Yeah, you got to really work that puck, man. You can't make those long plays and take your time with things. You got to get it off and get off. Get it out and off, I mean.
Well, let's take a look at that play again. Look at this move right here by Dubinsky, and then he gets in. Maybe just a little bit too tight. He probably should have shot it off that forehand, but again, as a good scorer, you have the sense in where you can go and where you can't. But what a play by Campbell with that stick.
From the face-off, this is Calvert walking in. Poke check. Letestu not giving up on it. Sends it back to Nikitin. Dalton Prout, right side. McKenzie backhands in. Toss to the corner. That's Olsen. Rolling puck. Huberdeau clearing the zone. Hands it to his opposite number, Matt Calvert, who dumps back into the zone. Kulikov dancing away from McKenzie. Nikitin ahead for Letestu, who chops it deep into Florida territory.
Good play there, McKenzie. He stayed out. He's the furthest from the bench. Stayed out. Oh, he's trying to draw a penalty here. He's getting a minor, but now he's trying to draw Kulikov in.
Well, those two, if you recall, back on the 1st of February, they had a couple of fencing battles.
Derek's tired. Here he goes. He's right at the end of the shift, mind you. This is not easy.
You would know, again, it is very difficult when your legs are gone, your breath is gone, but again, it's all from the heart. There's a long way from the heart to the legs for 24. There's a look at the play right there.
He got a penalty right there. He knew he had it. He's like, oh. Then he goes back at him and says, well, let's try to take this guy off. Maybe just instinct there when those gloves came off for Derek McKenzie.
Well, that's the boy from Sudbury that knows what it takes. You get involved, you know you've made a mistake. Can you draw somebody with it? Can you draw somebody with you? And that's exactly what he was trying to do. But they'll catch that initial high stick, and the Florida Panthers will go back on their power play, and this will be the second of the period, and in fact, their third of the evening. It's a good look at Peter Horachek. And your thoughts on Peter Horachek, Jody?
Well, he's a guy who coached, we brought up kind of our mentor, Todd Richards, and he's such a nice guy. I was caught with him last game for about 30 minutes. He kept just stayed around and talked to me, and I was impressed. Nice guy, and I've seen him a lot, of course, when he was in Nashville, but he's doing a pretty good job here with these guys.
See, he utilizes the speed so well. He's not holding back these young players in their development, and you can see the end result. They get a hold of the puck, something's going to happen.
High sticking and fighting to McKenzie. Kulikov for fighting. And Florida with their third power play of the afternoon. Bukestad. Back at the point, Campbell. On here for Jovanovski. The screen being set by Bukestad. That's a pretty big screen in front of Bobrovsky. Puck kept in. Campbell off the point. Jovanovski. Traffic in front of Bobrovsky. Here's a one-timer. Pad save. The left pad of Bobrovsky kicking that one aside. Florida get it back. A minute 10 left on the power play. Jovanovski lets one fly. That's off a leg and wide. Bukestad with Boys and Bergenheim up front. Campbell, Jovanovski on the points. Bukestad, Boys, Bergenheim in front. Trying to tuck it home. Jack Johnson defends. Jovanovski's off the point.
Jovanovski snuck right in there, trying to keep the play alive.
Short-handed, Dubinsky steps to center. Jackets will change things up here after the flurry by Florida. Long shot, Clemenson turns it aside, and that will enable Dubinsky smartly to make the play and head off. Fresh legs come on. Letestu and Anisimov up front.
Dubinsky's going to snarl on.
Here a turnover. Anisimov short-handed. What a great play. And the Jackets again regain the lead.
I'll tell you what it played, and it starts again, and you mentioned it, Jeffrey, in your broadcasting. Here it is. He goes back, turns up, gives time so that there's a line change. Now, you got a fresh body against the defense that is tired, and then watch the play by Anisimov come off the wall, beat two players, then come in front of the net, pull it to the backhand, and utilizes not only great hands, but look at the size as he pulls it here, back to the forehand. What a job as he beats Tommy Gilbert as well as Clemenson to make it a 4-3 game.
15th goal of the year. Second in as many games. And that is a backbreaker. In the final 10 seconds, a shorthanded goal by Anisimov. The Jackets' 7th shorthanded goal of the season. That is huge. 4-3 Columbus. Jackets have outshot Florida 25-14. A one-goal hockey game after the unassisted tally by Anisimov. Columbus Blue Jackets hockey on Fox Sports Ohio. Brought to you by Roush Honda. For the best deals on new wheels, it's Roush Honda. All but set for third period play. Artem Anisimov has put the Jackets back with a pretty individual effort. In front with a shorthanded goal at 19:50. Out-of-town scores. The Jackets got little or no help this afternoon in the other matinees. Let's look around the league. On our Fox out-of-town scoreboard, it was Washington doubling up on the Bruins 4-2 in that hockey game. Alexander Ovechkin recorded his 800th career point. New Jersey scores 6 in that game. Jaromir Jagr becoming only the 7th player all-time to score 700 career NHL goals. Moving on, the Flyers and the Rangers hooked up in Philadelphia, and the Flyers prevailed 4-2. They stormed to a 2-0 lead. Rangers came back before the insurance goal. 4-2 the final. Luke Schenn able to get that insurance goal. And minutes from now, out in Los Angeles at the Staples Center, it will be the Los Angeles Kings hosting the Carolina Hurricanes. Todd Richards looking on from the bench and had to be pleased with that shorthanded goal. All 4 Columbus goals of the specialty team variety, 3 power play, 1 shorthanded. And interesting to note that the Florida Panthers, in their 2 games, including tonight, or this afternoon, excuse me, since the All-Star or the Olympic break, they've given up 5 opposition power play opportunities, and in all 5 shorthanded situations, why, they have been scored on. The puck played by Savard. Out steps Cam Atkinson, who was serving the additional minor for McKenzie, who picked up 2 and 5. High-sticking minor, 5-minute major for fighting for his battle in the second with Kulikov. So the team's back at full strength, and we get an icing call. And as we mentioned just moments ago, the Jackets' effective power play. Take a look. Doesn't get any better than this.
Oh, you can't beat it. I'll tell you what, the one thing that they did, they got shots through. They went D to D. They had a rebound. They had a nice tip. Again, there's Atkinson who had that tip, and then a great individual effort by David Savard.
Jackets, 6 shots, 3 goals on their power plays. Florida 0 for 3 with 4 shots. And that insult to injury, they gave up the go-ahead goal, shorthanded in the final minute of that second. Jovanovski slides a backhand pass ahead, dumped in. James Wisniewski bumped. Turns it over, Winchester throws it back to the point. Goodbranson can't play it. Ed Jovanovski looking there for Fleischmann. Puck, head man there to Gotch. Gotch with a shot. That's deflected by Murray and out of play. Jody Shelley's at ice level. Jody, thoughts here as we get set for what promises to be pretty entertaining third period.
Yeah, I like the Blue Jackets when they're not getting frustrated. They can't let that happen. Florida has nothing to lose. The Blue Jackets, you look at the standings there, there's teams that are moving away from them. They need these 2 points. Put it in playoff mode. Details and urgency are at the top here.
We'll get a look at the standings Jody spoke of here in the next few minutes. But with Philadelphia winning, New Jersey winning, Washington with Ovechkin leading the way, their captain who's come back after a disappointing Olympics in his native Russia. The Jackets have got to keep pace. Johansson across the line. I said this earlier, this is a line the Jackets have got to get going. Horton fires a wrist shot. Played by Foligno. Johansson cycles out of the corner. Here's Horton, another attempt, and this one deflected off the netting and out of play. Up to date, including this afternoon's matinees. Here's a look at the standings in the Metropolitan Division now. Philadelphia with 68 points. Detroit similarly with 68. Where are the Blue Jackets? Highlighted with 63. With tonight's or this afternoon's game and a victory, they would move up back to within 3 points in both races, the wild card as well as the Metropolitan Division.
They got to control their own destiny, and it starts here with 20 minutes of hard work.
Jackets in Florida territory.
Well, after a Blue Jackets game, Fox Sports Ohio breaks down the game, talks to the players and the coaches on Blue Jackets Live, presented by IGS Energy.
And you talk about controlling your destiny. They can't force anything. They just have to get on their simple game here and finish this out the right way and move on.
Jackets have games in hand on both the Devils, Washington, and Philadelphia. They're games in hand. You've got to win them, though.
That's right. That's the key to that statement.
Turned over. Matt Calvert trying to dance away. Fires a shot just beyond the far post. They come again. Nikitin denied by Clemenson, who may have got a piece of the puck on that shot initially by Matt Calvert. This line looking to get it going for the Jackets. Gabrick in front. Nikitin. Gabrick. Matt Calvert wants the puck. Anisimov got it. And Keaton will hand it here back to Calvert. Dalton Trout with a shot. Calvert getting an opportunity to play with these two skilled players. Normally we've seen, at least today, R.J. Umberger on that line.
Yeah, that's what you like to see. Matt Calvert fills that void, and I'll tell you, he does a nice job being able to take away the middle of the ice.
Well, here you go, guys. There's icing here by the Florida Panthers, and it has to do with Letestu. You see him at the point there. He told Nikitin to go deep. So Nikitin left his post at the blue line and forced. That caused the Florida player having to ice it. Great communication by Letestu and Nikitin there.
You like to be able to see that. Again, this time of the game, again, you only are up by a goal. You like to continue to be aggressive, but there has to be that communication. And again, when you see the big bodies along the boards, like Nikitin, like Savard, getting involved in the play, that's what you love to be able to see from your hockey team.
Gomez set for the draw here against Letestu, who wins the faceoff. Toss back to the point. Atkinson, Calvert, and Letestu. Makeup of this line. Again, McKenzie continues to serve out his 7 minutes. Letestu walks in off the wing. Shot and a stop by Clemenson. Tom Gilbert. Long lead pass there, missing Bergenheim, and it's icing again against Florida.
Well, nightly on Fox Sports Live, Jay Onrait and Dan O'Toole, they bring you all the scores, all the news, and certainly all the highlights that you're ever going to need. Don't miss Fox Sports Live. That's nightly at 11 on Fox Sports 1. To find Fox Sports 1 on your provider, go to foxsports1.com now.
Gilbert chips it off the wall. It's out to center. Murray and Wisniewski paired on the point. James Wisniewski will take it. Looks to headman that puck that Umberger redirects. Umberger, Dubinsky, and Foligno. Again, we see some juggling of the line. Jackets down to forward here. R.J. Umberger, backhands, played there by Clemenson. Left for Gilbert, steps away from a hit. Left wing feed, Bergenheim drops it back for Campbell. Brian Campbell on to Bergenheim. Could not convert from backhand to forehand. The Jackets Murray defending. Wisniewski hammered along the boards there by Bergenheim. Gets back up. Shakes it off. This time it's the Jackets called for icing.
Here's a look at James Wisniewski. Again, he collected an assist on that first power play goal by Umberger back in period number 1. But the rest of that period, he'd like to be able to put away. But he has certainly rebounded and is needed here in this third period to step up, play his game, add to the offense, but especially play good, solid defense.
Winchester got Winchester looking to walk out. Off the point is Olsen. Dubinsky plays the loose puck. Brandon Dubinsky turning away from Fleischmann. Sent off the wall. Out to center. Picked up here by Kulikov. Olsen takes it. Fires a wrist shot. That's off the mark. From the right wing boards, it's sent wide. Dubinsky waits for it. Steps out of the zone. Under control. Left wing pass offside.
Well, they were midway through that line change. Dubinsky, again, was the last forward on. He was the safety valve. There's an outlet coming out of their own zone. Tried to hit Jenner. Jenner come off. He was fresh. Brandon Dubinsky tonight, he has been involved. And one thing that he's been responsible, face-off circles, as well as on the defensive side of the game.
Yeah, he just made a couple really good plays in his own end. He looked cross ice, had the option, chose to hold on to the puck and make the safe play to Wisniewski behind the net.
Great patience, eh? Great patience, and that's what you want from your leadership group. They've been there before.
Huberdeau held in check by Dalton Prout. The battle ensues along the boards. Steered ahead. Thornton backhands. And away it goes Johansson. Jenner on the left wing. Johansson first across the line. Hands to Boone Jenner. And the stop with a lateral move by Clemenson.
Well, it all starts back in their own zone. The Jackets are able to come out of the zone and then watch the speed. You get a guy like Johansson, and he gets on the high horse. Look at that pass. Again, right on the tape of Boone Jenner. He takes a look to see exactly what he has, but watch the play of Clemenson coming out and then being able to get that blocker in position. Jenner, he had high blocker the entire way.
Gabrick, Foligno looking for the return feed. Gabrick tried to find an easy mob. It bounced right through the goal mouth.
Wow, up over the net, off the back, and then out the other side. Almost a little puck luck.
Gabrick. Drop for Savard. Jack Johnson steps to center. Avoids a hit. Offside again. 13:48 left. 4-3. Jackets lead. The difference right now, the shorthanded goal by Anisimov. And now, here's today's AT&T Rewind, and for that, we head to Philadelphia, where the Flyers are hosting the New York Rangers in an all-Metropolitan Division matchup, picking up the play in the second, 2-1 Philly.
Well, how about Derek Brassard? Again, it's an up-ice rush. Lundqvist, he started it. Richards, he collects an assist as well. That made it 2-2. And then Wayne Simmons, watch this shot as he finds the back of the net. That proved to be the game-winning goal, his 19th of the season, from Timonen and Schenn at 13:23 of period number 3.
Puck sent wide of the net. Savard steps away, hands to Jack Johnson. Boys pressuring. Boys now in the corner. Drops it for Bergenheim. Played by Campbell. In off the point. Ryan Campbell drops it. Bjugstad behind the net. That long reach keeps it away from Savard. Boys is there. Cut off by Jack Johnson. Alertly so. R.J. Umberger along the wall as Campbell steps up. Campbell. Savard steps in front of that intended pass. Knocked off the boards. Boy sends it towards the net wisely. Bobrovsky will hold on. Sergei Bobrovsky hangs on. Well, the Blue Jackets continue their march to the playoffs. Tuesday in Toronto, center of the hockey universe. The Maple Leafs playing host to the Columbus Blue Jackets in an all-important game for both teams. Leafs not guaranteed a playoff spot by any stretch of the imagination. Our coverage begins at 6:30 with Blue Jackets live pregame. That all-important game will have Jody Shelley between the benches. Not only Jody in the center of the hockey universe, but in the center of the Air Canada Center.
Oh, yeah. Back in Canada, too. That'll be fun.
We expect a lot of information. The trading deadline will be, what, a little more than, let's see here, 48 hours? Less than 48 hours away.
48 hours, that's right. Yeah, that'll be fun.
You better have an ear on that Toronto bench, see what the Leafs plan on doing before the...
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. I'll get it all set up down there. I've already started.
Have a secret microphone there, buddy.
Yeah. It's Canadian microphones, you know?
Big sound. Foligno unable to cradle that puck. Wednesday, like Christmas Day in the NHL. Teams try to get better for the stretch run, the Stanley Cup playoffs, and how about the deal made yesterday by Doug Armstrong, general manager of the St. Louis Blues, who acquires Steve Ott, the Buffalo captain, but more importantly, one of the premier goaltenders in the NHL. And Ryan Miller.
Christmas Day, yes, there are presents to be opened. There's a lot of garbage to be taken out as well.
The gift wrapping?
Yep.
That's not an editorial comment that there's some bad players around, is it?
Not saying a word, no.
Just want to be sure.
Hey, G and I went with it. Well, that's what you're going to need right now. A couple of good saves. The Florida Panthers, they certainly do not quit. They've committed 2 of their forwards deep, and right now the Jackets just have to be smart. We talked about, as one of the keys of this game, respond accordingly, mentally, physically. The mind has to be there. The turnover should not even be mentioned as this period continues.
Matt Calvert away from Huberdeau, sends it to the line, but not out. Turning, firing Upshaw. He's off the mark. Calvert avoids a hit there from Upshaw. Bouncing puck. Everybody looking for it. It was at the feet of Calvert. Letestu trying to fight off the check here with Campbell. Calvert reunited with McKenzie and Letestu. This is Gotch. 1-on-4. Knocked away. Letestu in across the line. He'll take a hit, but dumps it deep in the zone. Approaching the 9-minute mark.
Another smart play by Letestu.
Savard in front, and the shot was blocked by Gotch. Horton picks it up. Horton stick handles, deals to Jenner. Stop made by Clemens in the left pad from point-blank range.
Beautiful play there by Horton. And great job by Boone Jenner to get that shot off. Not much room.
Got that save by Clemenson. Good feet.
Horton behind the net. Knocked to the ice by Olsen. Kulikov. Johansson to the point. Jack Johnson able to keep it in. Savard, top of the circle, fires. Shot blocked. Fleischmann darts away down the left wing. Chips it deep into the zone. Races off to the bench as we approach the midway point of the third period. Jack Johnson fights off a check. Played on that wing. Goodbranson's shot. Sacrificing the body was Jenner. Atkinson speeding, looking for the lead pass, but it was knocked down, alertly so, by Goodbranson. Wolbanowski, Florida captain, turning away from Atkinson. Goodbranson, left wing pass. Matthias, backhands for Gomez. Wisniewski. Johnson, back for Wisniewski. Pressure coming. Gets it to R.J. Umberger. Left wing pass played by Dubinsky off the wall. Dubinsky now moving in. Centers a pass. Atkinson with a backhand off the shoulder of the netminder, Clemenson.
He had a tough time locating that puck, and when he did, it was in the corner. Lucky for him. No one else, none of the forwards for the Blue Jackets could find it either.
Another smart play by Dubinsky. Just forced the net. You never know, and Atkinson almost had a little bit of rebound.
Carried in, that's Boys. Defending, Murray. Bergenheim centers the puck. A couple of attempts there by Bjugstad as the puck got to that open post, and Bjugstad tried to shovel it home. There is a young player that certainly has a bright future here for Florida. Who has a goal here this afternoon. He is the subject of today's Big Lots Big Play.
Well, you go back to 10:50. That's the time in the second period. Off of a face-off play. Savard coming in from his right point position. What does he do? Well, he drives to that net, utilizes the backhand, and off a little deflection, finds it back behind Clemenson to make it a 3-2 hockey game.
From the faceoff, Campbell, backhands, save made by Bobrovsky. Rebound trickles wide. Penalty upcoming here.
It's like Bjugstad there, yeah.
Yeah, knocking down Jack Johnson.
Well, you got a skate behind it.
It's Boys that's going.
Minor penalty hooking.
There you go.
Denny LaRue making that call.
It looked like Bjugstad, but the penalty going there to Brad Boys.
Wow.
So, fourth power play for the Blue Jackets. They're 3 for 3, as I mentioned, to start this period. 5 shorthanded situations since the Olympic break. And Florida's given up 5 goals in those 5 opposition power plays. Jackets 3 for 3 tonight. Johansson hangs on, looks, hands for Nathan Horton. Out of the corner. Cycling, Johansson, the point for Wisniewski. Jack Johnson now. Anisimov waits at the goal line. Jack Johnson to the point. Wisniewski. Johansson steps away from Gotch. Moves in. Jack Johnson settles it down. Here's a drive. And a stop by Clemenson, who holds on.
Well, there's great puck movement. That's the one thing that you can say. The great puck movement, but the end result. You get a guy like Wisniewski at that point. Let's watch down in front of the net and see if they've taken away the eyes of the goaltender, Clemenson. Everything right now is on the perimeter. Nice pass. And then right here, see Horton? Yeah, he is. He is there. Does what he has to do. And Clemenson really fought out off and was able to make the save. No rebound.
Rush lights on in the power play. Backhanded, but not up. Wisniewski initially able to save it at the line. Then it's swept in. Watch out. Matthias coming quickly. Bobrovsky. On for Jack Johnson. Mathias continues to pressure. Umberger drops it below the goal line. Wisniewski will play it. Mathias right there. Nick Foligno. Through the neutral zone. Steps in and across the line. Deals it on the wing for Umberger. The return feed. But Branson knocking down Foligno. Hustling to it is Marian Gaborik. Gaborik drops it back for Wisniewski. Back for Gaborik. Gaborik looking for some open ice. Fires a shot. Puck off that backboard. All the way back into Jackets territory. 42 seconds left on the power play. Fresh legs on for the penalty kill.
Good job by Gaborik to track down that puck and then get that shot away. Got to hit the net, but that was a good play by him. Everybody's waiting for him to do something here right now. Kind of get that sense down here.
Upshaw. Upended. Oh.
And a penalty.
A penalty. Yeah, there's going to be interference there. Foligno's going to head to the box. We'll have 23 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey, and then Florida will go to the power play for the fourth time.
Columbus 71, 2 minutes interference.
Well, that is not a very good penalty. And again, Nick Foligno knows it. You're up 4-3. You're less than 10 minutes to go in this hockey game. And you can see right there just dropping the shoulder into him as he's trying to make a line change. And from the vantage point of the coaching staff, it is said that's not quite good enough.
.7:27 left. Matt Kelford down the wing. Chips it by Gilbert. Hustles right after it. Campbell there defending. Away from Dubinsky. Bukestad had it chopped off his stick. Played neatly there by Gilbert. Gilbert pressured. Cross ice for Campbell. 1 second left, and now power play. Boys out of the box. Likely to remain on the ice. Brad Boyes, 5 goals in his last 8 games. Had 2 in the 5-4 loss to Washington at Florida. And Florida called here for icing. But 1:23 left in the Foligno penalty. Brad Boyes, his specialty is the shootout. He was asked recently in a radio interview on the NHL Radio Network what makes it so special for him on those shootouts. He says, well, you just got to study the goaltenders. Interesting to point out that Florida's 7 wins in shootouts.
Well, it's one thing to study. It's another thing to do it. But he's a natural goal scorer and always has been since his years back in Erie.
Now,
great hands.
That said, though, why has he moved so often? Why has he been traded when goal scoring is at a premium and teams are always looking for that forward that can put the puck in the net? And the rumor is now that he's available.
He signed here on a tryout. Came to camp on a tryout. Now he's leading the team here in goals.
A couple of those guys, Cody, right? With Tommy Gilbert as well. Both those guys have really added
to the tryout.
Yeah, really added to this hockey team with their veteran leadership and their ability to create some offense from the defense as well as the offense.
Savard unable to clear it. Johnson. Jackets send it up. Kulikov had it. Here is Dubinsky. Short-handed, walks in, and then poke check at the last possible moment. Crowd again looking for a penalty to be called. Dubinsky similarly having a word with the official as play continues up ice. It's thrown into the slot. Jackets defend. Dubinsky might get another opportunity.
Well,
5 seconds left. He's headed to the bench.
He needs a change.
The crowd here. Listen.
The Jackets bench went crazy too. Everyone thought there was going to be something on that, but save their energy here. It's going to need a push.
Jackets back at full strength. They scored on the previous shorthanded situation. And listen to the crowd. Oh.
Well, Dubinsky, he has something to say about it as well. And you can see he is at the end of the shift. And look at that. If that's not a trip, I don't know what is. But they always say if it touches the puck first, well, I don't see that happening. It's the leg, then the puck. That is a tripping call in any book.
A little more than 5 minutes left. Prout defending. Here's Foligno. Gets it up and out. Gudbranson carries in. 4:50 left, third period. Nikitin for Dalton Prout. Broken up by Olsen. Horton sends it off the boards. Chipped ahead, looking there for Boone Jenner with an Isimov. Isimov will head off. On comes Johansson. Third member of the line. Olsen tosses it dangerously in front of his own net and wisely chipped out by Winchester.
It was a nice play there by Murray again, forcing the Florida forward to make a play. He closed the gap in that neutral zone. You like to see it.
Long lead pass here for Horton, who carries in. He's got Johansson. The drop pass there for Johansson. Johansson circles the net, protects that puck. Horton looking for some room in the open area. Slipped and fall, gets back up, hustles to the puck here. Horton now trying to chip it to the point. Crowd trying to encourage the Jackets. It goes off Bjugstad. Horton dumped Gilbert. On here for Boys. Dombrowski left for Wisniewski. Boys pressures off the wall and out. Wisniewski able to send it to center. Boys knocks it down. Pass here. Backhanded in by Shore. Wisniewski head up. Deals to Atkinson. Long stretch pass there just beyond R.J. Umberger. Kulikov turning away from traffic. Dubinsky finishes the check. 3:15 left. Jackets. R.J. Umberger had it briefly. Steps into Shore. Upshaw is there. Some pushing and shoving ensues. They continue. Some talking. Dubinsky goes at Upshaw. And the Jackets change up. 3 minutes left. Jody, that's right in front of you.
Yeah, that got a little hairy there, but I don't know why they're after Upshaw. He's getting under their skin, but I like it. You just got to stay out of the box, all right?
Right on. Campbell. Top of the circle. Onto the point. Gilbert had trouble with it. Letestu pressuring. Gilbert goes down. Jackets backhanded as Matthias steps into McKenzie. Less than 2.5 left. Fleischmann out to center. Pass on that wing. Bjugstad's stick broke. Jackets Jenner dumps deep. Horton in pursuit. Played by Olsen. Far side Kulikov. Boys looking for Bjugstad. The pass fails. Listen to the crowd here as they encourage the Jackets in these final 2 minutes plus.
Yeah, listen where that energy. It has to again take place. And again, your best offense is your defense in that offensive zone.
I just love their decisions. Dalton Prout there checks forward, makes sure he gets the puck deep. This is why the Blue Jackets are in the offensive zone right now.
Here, Jenner tries to jam the front of the net. The net is lodged, and play is called. Well, we mentioned a few minutes ago the Devils winning this afternoon, and the big story, Jody, one of your former teammates in Philadelphia, now a member of the New Jersey Devils. Of course, we speak of Jaromir Jagr, got his 700th goal. That is a big number to be sure. And that very point was made to Jagr. You know what Jagr's response was?
Probably
800,
pretty good.
800 would be better.
Oh, yeah, he's a special guy. I tell you what, he talk about guys being pro, and he's a superstar known all over the world, Jaromir Jagr. But he's a guy that carries himself every day. I mean, he's unbelievable. He's got no life outside of hockey, and he's a very special guy and works very hard. It was an honor to play with him. And 700 goals, man. Just have 700 shifts.
700th player in NHL history to do that. How many shifts did you get?
No one counts shifts. I had 600 and something games. That's amazing, goals like that.
Great career, especially those years here in Columbus. Fans will certainly attest that. Here, right wing feed. Bjugstad. The net is empty. Clemenson has made his way out. A little more than a minute left. 6 skaters on. Jackets Dubinsky sends it off the boards. Here's Nick Foligno. Sends it on and in. Jackets ice it. It's 5-3.
Well, a little icing on the cake. But when you look back to this third period, the Jackets did exactly what they had to do. That's one thing. The one minor penalty by Foligno almost tainted this game, but he comes back to score that empty net goal to make it a 5-3 game. But all night long, the Jackets, it was special teams. It was hard work. And the start of this hockey game, Jody, that fourth line being put on the ice right away sent a message.
Well, they definitely did, and that's the way you started the game, Bill. And you look at a 2 o'clock game on either side. You don't know what you're going to get. How is this game going to go? Usually there's a feel-out process. Blue Jackets took care of that right away with that first shift by that energy line.
Well, we have a moment. Let's check out tonight's Ohio Health great save.
Well, we talked about big bodies in and around the blue of the crease. And how about Bukestad? That right pad, you can see it between the skate blade and the post. Bukestad looked and thought that he had time to put it away, but it was the move from left to right. Bobrovsky comes up with the Ohio Health great save of the night. And I should say afternoon.
Less than a minute to go. Out comes Clemenson again. Jackets, R.J. Umberger. Pass on that wing for Calvert. Puck bouncing, Leicester reaching for it. Fired back in. 5-3 Jackets lead. And Florida has again pulled their goaltender. Calvert steps in across the line, and he shoots and scores.
That's got to feel good.
Well, as a player, Jody, hey, anytime you score a goal, there's a goaltender in the net or an empty net, it gives you that sense of elation. And some of the guys here tonight with Foligno, Calvert collecting those, that just helps their confidence.
Well, yeah, it's got to feel good to look up and see there's no goalie in the net. Be able to put it in like that.
Incidentally, the Foligno goal, his 200th career point.
Is that what it was? I saw them getting the puck. R.J. Umberger went over and got the puck right away. So.
200th career point for Nick Foligno this afternoon. Final seconds tick off. The Jackets now will practice here at Nationwide tomorrow, and then tomorrow afternoon we'll head to Toronto for a Monday night game before returning Tuesday night against Dallas. 2 huge games to start the week.
There's a look at Sergei Bobrovsky. 20 shots on goal tonight, 17 or this afternoon, 17 saves. And in period number 1, again, that puck turned over. Mathias found the back of the net. Bukestad, he scored his 14th to start off that second period. But solid all night long, but the Jackets really tighten things up when need be.
So the Jackets effectively end the 3-game winless streak. The winning goal by that man right there, Artem Anisimov. And how huge was that goal? Short-handed with 10 seconds left in the second period. The Jackets ride their specialty teams this afternoon. 3 power play goals, 1 short-handed tally, and pick up an important 2 points in the March race to the playoffs.